She lost her job for feeding a hungry veteran. But then 3 Marines stormed into the diner. The door crashed open with such force that every patron flinched. 3 Marines, clad in pristine dress uniforms, strode in, their boots echoing like thunderclaps on the floor. The manager's face turned ashen. At the center table, an elderly veteran sat, hunched over an empty plate, his weathered hands shaking. Behind the counter, a black waitress gripped her apron, tears welling in her eyes, still reeling from being fired moments earlier. What had she done to earn this punishment, and why were the Marines here? "You're finished, Letitia. Get out," the manager had bellowed, pointing sharply toward the exit. The veteran had tried to protest, but his frail voice was swallowed by the manager's rage. Yet this wasn't the end. Within an hour, those Marines would charge in, and everything would change. Letitia Williams had been a fixture at Sunrise Diner for 3 years. She knew every regular by name, memorized their orders, and always slipped an extra biscuit to the old man who came every Sunday. Mr. Thompson, a Vietnam veteran who could barely afford a cup of coffee, let alone a full meal. She wasn't supposed to give food away for free, but rules felt wrong when someone was hungry. That morning, Mr. Thompson shuffled in, his pockets empty, hands trembling not just from age but from hunger. Without a second thought, Letitia placed a hearty breakfast before him. The manager caught her, and in front of the entire diner, he sacked her on the spot. As Letitia collected her belongings, other customers murmured in disapproval. Mr. Thompson rose, his voice breaking as he defended her, but the manager scoffed. "Charity doesn't pay the bills." Then, a young regular in a leather jacket at the counter pulled out his phone and made a call. "Yeah, it's me. We've got a situation." Moments later, the door flew open. 3 Marines, sharp in their dress blues, marched directly to Mr. Thompson and snapped crisp salutes. "Sergeant Thompson," the tallest one boomed, his voice filling the room. "We heard there was a problem." The diner fell deathly quiet. The manager paled, and Letitia realized this wasn't just any veteran. The manager stammered, I didn't know." "You didn't ask," one Marine growled. Letitia's hands trembled. She'd lost her job. But worse, this proud man had been shamed in front of strangers. Then Mr. Thompson spoke, his voice steady despite his age. "This young lady showed me more respect than anyone here, and you fired her for it." The Marines turned to the manager. "You have 2 options," the leader said coldly. "Rehire her, or we'll ensure every veteran in this city knows how you treat heroes." The manager's mouth opened, then snapped shut. Letitia held her breath. By day's end, Letitia was back behind the counter. Mr. Thompson sat at his usual table, his meal now on the house. As the Marines departed, one turned back and nodded to Letitia. "Semper Fi, ma'am." She smiled. Some rules were worth breaking. If this story moved you, hit that like button and leave a karma in the comments below.